Test 1, 2. Test 1, 2. Okay.
Boys varsity soccer match between Baraboo and Oregon. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for Baraboo, number 18, Elliot Romano Thompson. Number 17, Isaiah Romano Thompson. Number 15, Elliot Meyer. Number 14, Ronaldo Lopez. Number 11, Ethan Updegraw. Number 8, Johan Lopez. Number 7, Daniel Olson. Number 6, Max Justice. Number 4, Jordi Hidalgo Rodriguez. Number 1, Cole Koenig. And in goal, number 0, Luke Stats.
Let's go, Luke!
The Thunderbirds are coached by John Taylor, Olivier Palacios, Dean McKinnon, and the head coach, Tyler Lane. Here's the starting lineup for the Panthers. Number 16, Daniel Compton. Number 12, Max Westfield. Number 11, Casey Schoenecker. Number 11, Anthony Ehlert. Number 8, Carter Ullman. Number 7, Noah Malcook. Number 6, Kellen Dierks. Number 5, Colin Vandermouse. Number 3, Mason Dierks. Number 2, Luke Bennett. And in goal, Jack Kreckman with the 00. Oregon is being coached tonight by Mr. Kevin May. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, to honor America, please rise, remove your hats, and join in the singing of the national anthem. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the WIAA and both schools require good sportsmanship. If you can hear my voice, you will need to be nice tonight. Otherwise, we may have to ask you to leave, and there's no refund. On behalf of the Director of Athletics, Brittany Spencer Grant, good luck to all the coaches and competitors. We hope everyone will enjoy tonight's event in the spirit of positive sportsmanship.
Good evening, everyone. OCA Media is proud to bring you this exciting Panthers soccer match. Tonight, live from Huntoon Field in Oregon, Wisconsin, your Division II state champion Oregon Panthers host the Baraboo Thunderbirds in a Badger Conference Championship. I'm Tim Higgins, and I'll be bringing you all of tonight's Panther soccer action. I'd like to remind all our viewers that this game is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors, Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Cares. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon Cares. OCA Media is also excited to welcome One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Panther Soccer. Stick around as the Panthers put some feel-good goals on the One Community Bank scoreboard. We've got the Oregon cheer team here, ready to cheer the Panthers on to a conference championship against Baraboo. Baraboo is ranked first in the north bracket of the Badger Conference with a 14-1-2 record. They have 65 goals scored, 27 allowed. They're 10-1 in conference. Their one loss this year was to Oregon, 8-2. One note I saw looking up the records today is Wanakee, perennially a strong team in the Badger Conference, is 6-5-9. They have 9 ties this year. Oregon comes in 15-2-2, 11-0 in conference now, with 63 goals scored and only 14 given up. One thing you may have noticed or may not have is that Oregon changed their formation on the field about halfway through the season.
Once again, you can let all your friends, family, and even the enemies know tonight's game is live on OCAmedia.com.
Oregon has traditionally played a 4-4-3 format, and they've gone to more of a 3-5-2 format where they move one of those defenders up to the midfield. The advantage there is it gives you more passing lanes to push the ball up the field when you make the defensive stop. And that's worked extremely well for the Panthers. Tonight we have our same starting lineups that we've seen in the past. That ball is brought down by Colin Vandermoos. Gets it forward to Kellen Dirks, and it's knocked out of bounds. That'll be an Oregon throw. Pass forward to Dirks. He gets it to Malcook. Over to Compton. Back to Dirks, but they lose control of it. Compton with a good job fighting for the ball. Ehlert kicks it forward. Dirks makes a nice spin. He's got a couple defenders on him. And he forces the ball out of bounds. That'll be a Baraboo throw-in. Knocked out of bounds by Compton. That'll be another Baraboo throw-in. Oregon throw-in. Luke Bennett gets it through to Dirks. He lets it pass on through to the box, but Oregon's unable to control it. Schoenecker with a nice stop there, and Bennett pushes the ball through. Ehlert with the ball now. Gets it out to Compton. Compton down to Dirks. Dirks with a nice spin move. Over to Malcook. Malcook pushes it back to Schoenecker, the governor's grandkid. Ball is pushed in, but Baraboo's able to possess it. And it's going to be a goal kick.
Goal kick for the Thunderbirds.
Max Westfield with a nice header. Luke Bennett controls. Gets it forward to Compton. He moves it back to Ehlert. They're going to swing it around. Oh, Schoenecker's going to take it back on the attack. Gets it to Malcook. Malcook swings it wide to Vandermoos. He pushes it forward to Compton, but Compton wasn't able to quite get the header on it that he was hoping for. And it'll be a goal kick for Baraboo.
Thunderbirds, goal kick number 2.
So far, no shots on goal for either side. The ball has pretty much spent the whole night in this half of the field, though. There's a shot, goes wide of the goal by Dirks. He had a really nice shot from about that far out in our Fort Atkinson game that curved in. Didn't quite get the spin on the ball this time. Keeper puts the ball out of bounds. Compton throws it in. Here's Malcook with the turn. Ball is bouncing around a little bit. Baraboo trying to mount an attack. It's slippery out there. It's been raining much of the afternoon and evening. The throw in goes to Baraboo. Shaneker with a good contest, but not able to keep it in bounds. Malcook back to Westfield. Westfield pushes it over to Vandermouse. Oh, no, that was Kellen Dirks. Oh, there's Baraboo showing some speed here. Vandermoose with a nice job of running that down. Turning the ball around. Very well done. Eller pushes it up to Malcook. Malcook gets there. He sends it wide. Where Colin Vandermoose will bring it forward. Max Westfield almost had a nice play there. He wasn't able to control it. Kellen Dirks with the ball now. He makes a good spin. Pushes it forward. Mason Dirks had a nice pass in to the top of the box, but Oregon unable to control. It'll be a goal kick for Baraboo.
Baraboo goal kick. It's 3 in a row.
Goal kick is going to go out of bounds for an Oregon throw-in. Compton with a nice throw, gets it into Mason Dirks. And Vandermouse plays it back to Kreckman. Pushes it up to Luke Bennett. So Baraboo showed some really good speed on that attempt, but they weren't really able to get a quality shot off, partly because they only really had one player forward. So they do seem to be playing a fairly defensive style of play here. Malcook in the middle. It centers it. Here's Westfield with the shot. Keeper with a save. That's one shot on goal for Oregon. Kellen Dirks gets it forward to Mason Dirks. Malcook couldn't quite control that. Ball's out wide. Here's Schenecker. He pushes it forward. Compton fell down, but Westfield is there. He's able to play it off the Baraboo player, and it stays in. Compton tried to center it, but it'll be a goal kick for Baraboo.
Baraboo goal kick.
Baraboo with the punt. Vandermouse back to Schenecker. Kellen Dirks to Vandermouse. Baraboo on the attack, but Oregon's able to turn it away. Westfield back to Bennett. Bennett pushes it up to Dirks. And now Westfield off his head. Number 8 on Baraboo is Johan Lopez. His brother Ronaldo was number 14. And they're the two captains on the team. The Baraboo team. And they're reportedly pretty good soccer players. That ball was kicked down into the box for an easy handle for Jack Kreckman. Won't really count that as a shot on goal. Ellert pushes it out wide to Colin Vandermoose. He gets it forward to, I can't tell who that was, but this is Carter Ullman. He gets it across, but Baraboo defenders there. Vandermouse forward. Westfield gets kicked back, but Bennett's there. He's going to play it back into Mal Cook. Mal Cook with a nice pass there. And Max Westfield with a shot. A little bit high and wide. Wasn't a bad attempt there. But once again, Noah Malcook with a really good pass to set up his teammate. He's one of the best scorers on this team. He might also be the best passer.
Luke Stotts with the goal kick for Baraboo.
There's a foul call. Oregon will get the free kick. We're in the 12th minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard as Oregon readies this free kick by Mason Dirks. He puts it right into the back of the net through the hands of the goalkeeper. Mason Dirks gets some power on those shots. You got a wet ball on a wet night. You hit the ball really hard, you kick it really hard, and the goalie got a hand on it, but it got through his hands and into the back of the net.
At the 11:34 mark of the opening half, Oregon goal. Number 3, Mason Dirks.
That shot by Mason Dirks was right on the money. So we're adding it to the One Community Bank scoreboard. Schenecker repels the Baraboo advance. Malcook pops it up, gets it to Dirks. He's able to turn it around and get it over to Max Westfield. He pushes it out wide to Colin Vandermoose. Vandermouse, I keep saying his name wrong. Sorry, Colin. Schoenecker pushes it back in. Malcook chasing it down. Compton's there to help. Compton pushes it into the box, and the Baraboo defender has no choice but to push that out of bounds for an Oregon throw-in. Throwing comes into the box. Max Westfield gets it across, out wide to Kellen Dirks, to Carter Ullman. And Baraboo's able to turn back the Oregon attack, and the ball's out of bounds. And that's an Oregon throw-in. Mason Dirks heads it back. And here comes the Baraboo attack. But again, it's the help is late. The help is late, and they're not really able to establish any sort of offensive firepower because it's really just one guy running on 2 or 3 defenders. Oh, and here we go. Here comes Carter Ullman. He's going to take the shot. He's going to get it in the box. Compton with the shot, and he sent it high.
Goal kick for the Thunderbirds.
So Carter did a nice job of feeding that ball across the box. The Baraboo defender got a foot on it, but it went right to Compton. But Compton was unable to put it on the frame. Baraboo trying to get an attack organized, and they finally have more than one player trying, but Schoenecker is there to repel it, and Compton pushes it back out, and Malcook has possession. Back to Compton, and he pops it up over. Mason Dirks has the ball. He's going to push it forward to Carter Ullman. Carter knocks it back to Noah Malcook. Noah's going to make a couple of moves. Back to Carter. Carter with the shot. Keeper with the save. We've got that as the 4th shot on goal for Oregon to none so far for Baraboo. Luke Bennett with a nice stop. He just does that all the time and immediately reverses the ball to an Oregon attack. Here's Carter Ullman. Gets back to Noah Malcook. He gets a shot, but the defender gets in front of it. Bennett starting the attack again from his center back position. Gets the ball to Malcook, pushes it back to Ellert.
40.
And here comes the Baraboo attack. And I think that ball was deflected by the Oregon defender, so that'll be a corner kick for Baraboo.
Our first corner kick of the night is coming in from the construction corner. You look through those raindrops and past the lights, there's a lot of construction over there.
Yeah, but there aren't a lot of trees left. Carter controls the ball, pushes it forward. Carter Ullman. Baraboo with their first sustained possession in Oregon territory all night. Oh, Luke Bennett with a nice stop there to prevent the pass from getting through. And immediately Oregon turns it around and turns it into an offensive opportunity. Here comes Noah Malcook. He's got Carter Ullman coming down the middle. Carter's got the ball. Carter's going to get a shot off. No, he's going to get the pass to Compton. Oh, he was offsides.
Offsides is the call. Baraboo free kick.
And looking at it on the replay, it was the right call. Compton ran past the last defender before the pass was made to him. Malcook pushing it out wide to Ellert. Ellert punches it in. Max Westfield fell down there. And Baraboo has another attack, but Oregon is able to stop them and turn them away.
It's going the other way now.
Because of that great Oregon defense. It's been a hallmark of this team for the last couple of years. A couple of the same guys providing a lot of that rock-solid defense back there in Bennett and Schenecker. Mason Dirks with a shot that goes just a little bit high. We've got some substitutions.
Entering the game for Oregon, number 21, Nej Dolbo. And number 9, senior, Miles Tomlinson.
Compton working the ball in. Gets it into the box. Here's a shot. Oh, and it slips past the keeper and goes in.
Holy shit, my ankle.
So that makes it 2-0 on the One Community Bank scoreboard. And I have that as Noah Malcook with that goal at the 19:20 mark on the One Community Bank scoreboard.
19:20 mark of the opening half. Oregon goal by number 7, Noah Malcook.
Baraboo with an attack here. Bennett does a nice job of stopping it. And Kreckman comes out and makes an aggressive play on the ball. You see Ellert and Schenecker drop back to have his back. That's some good teamwork on defense there.
Kick from the construction corner.
Oh, that was quite a shot by Baraboo. And that snuck right up into the corner of the goal. That ball was by Ronaldo Lopez of Baraboo, number 14.
Can you make 2-1, Oregon?
So it's 2-1 on the One Community Bank
2013
scoreboard.
Mark of the opening half. Baraboo goal by number 14, Ronaldo Lopez.
Oregon with another attack here. And Baraboo's able to turn it around. Be a Baraboo free kick. Ball goes deep, and Schenecker's there to header it away. That ball sailed wide and high, and it'll be an Oregon goal kick.
Oregon goal kick.
Both teams just getting the ball back and forth off their heads for a minute, and now Compton's got control. Spins it, gets it, Dolbo. Dolbo can't control it, his foot slipped. Luke Bennett hounding the Baraboo player. Oh, Mal Cook being attacked. That's going to be a penalty. He undercut him. That's a good call.
Oregon free kick.
Well, that's about the same spot Mason Dirk scored from last time. He and Mal Cook have been going back and forth with the lead goal scoring on this team. With his goal tonight, he has 10. Mal Cook has 9. And that's another brilliant shot by Mason Dirks in the upper right corner of the goal. Nothing the goalkeeper could do to stop that. The 22:38 minute mark of the first half, Mason Dirks with the Oregon's third goal on the One Community Bank scoreboard. That's his 11th goal on the season by my count, and the 6th shot on goal for Oregon.
At the 22:38 mark, Oregon goal number 3, Mason Dirks. Entering for Oregon, number 20, Eck Cameron. Number 8, Carter Ullman. And number 6, Kellen Dirks.
We're going to have a corner kick.
Corner kick coming in from the way over there corner.
Oh, that one went a little too long. Casey Shaneker was in position to try and get his head on the ball, but went just a little bit high.
My mistake on the substitution is number 10, Anthony Ellert, entering for Oregon.
Baraboo throw in now. We put it right back out for an Oregon throw. Ellert with the throw. Nice play by Bennett to move that to the center of the field. Colin Vandermouse has it now, but his pass misses the mark. Oregon gets it back. Ellert has it. He gets it over to Carter Ullman, now playing on the right side. He was on the left side to begin with. Oregon doing a good job of possessing the ball here. Shaneker, he's going to take a shot. That was a great save by the Baraboo keeper, and Oregon almost had a foot on it to push it back in. That's an Oregon throw. Baraboo tried to steal one. Baraboo works the ball back up, but the Oregon defense is there. They're not usually going to beat 1-on-3. Baraboo seems to be playing that same 3-5-2 formation that Oregon has been using the last 6 or 7 games. But they're not being nearly as aggressive. Here, Ullman tried to get the ball to Malcook, and it went a little too far. Eck with the stop. Vandermouse gets it forward into the midfield. And back to Noah Malcook. He gets it to Carter Ullman, who gets the shot off, but the keeper is able to stop it. I've got that as Oregon's 8th shot on goal to Baraboo's 1. The one shot they got off was successful. Oregon has hit 8 shots on goal and scored 3 times according to the One Community Bank scoreboard. Here's a pass. Noah gets it through. Defender's able to stop. Noah's able to fight and get it back again. And we're going to have a throw in to Oregon. We'll get a couple of substitutions here.
Entering for Oregon, number 12, junior Max Westfield. And number 21, Nej Dolbo.
Dolbo and Westfield in. Mason Dirksen, Anthony Ellard out. Not sure what happened with that throw. Did the wind knock it down? It's going to be a Baraboo throw now. I think it might have slipped out of his hands. Wet ball, maybe? Oh, here we go. Oh, very nice. That ball was just ping-ponging around. All of a sudden, it dropped in the box. Oregon was able to put it in the goal. That was number 21, Nej Dolbo. Nej Dolbo, number 21.
Oregon goal at the 28-minute mark by number 21, Nej Dolbo.
Malcook with the crossing pass. It's intercepted by the Baraboo defense. Kellen Dirks tracks that down. Gets it over to Westfield. Westfield pushes it through. Intercepted by Baraboo, and they're starting their counterattack. Schoenecker with a nice run to get in, to anticipate where that ball was going and get there first.
Entering for the Thunderbirds, number 9, freshman Caleb Ruff.
Yeah!
Malcook with the ball. It's over to Eck, back to Malcook. He's going to work it forward into the box. Ullman wasn't quite anticipating the pass to go where it went. And it's going to be a Baraboo goal kick.
Baraboo goal kick.
We're just past the 30-minute mark of the first half, so about 10 minutes, a little less than 10 minutes remaining. And Oregon is leading 4-1 on the One Community Bank scoreboard. I'd like to take this second to recognize all of our sponsors: Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Clinic, Oregon Community Cares Coalition, and the Oregon Boosters. Oh, the Baraboo player missed the ball there. Turnover, gives it to Oregon. Malcook missed the ball. He's looking to set something up. Takes it all the way across to Colin Vandermouse. Vandermouse readies the attack. Puts it in toward the box, but doesn't get it quite where he wanted to. And Baraboo's on the attack. But not for long, because the Oregon defense shuts it down. And they shut it down again. So Oregon defense is really organized on the back line, something that Chris Mitchell has talked about the last few games, that since they moved to this new format of 3 back, they've done really well at knowing what to do with the ball and not just stopping the attack, but turning it around and turning it into an offensive possession where they can challenge and try to score. And they get more opportunities this way. Malcook with a shot. Goalie saves it. It's the 10th shot on goal for Oregon. It's a 1 for Baraboo.
Entering for Oregon, number 3, Mason Beards. And number 10, Anthony Ellert.
Oregon throw, gets forward to Dolbo. He gets it to Mason Dirks. The Oregon defense turns the Baraboo defense turns the Oregon attack away. And Bennett plays it back to Kreckman. There really wasn't that much pressure on the defense. Only 1 man forward for Baraboo. That would be a throw in for Baraboo. Baraboo on the attack, and Oregon disrupts it again. Kellen Dirks with an aggressive play on the ball. Compton with the throw in. You hear the Oregon cheer squad cheering for the soccer team. That was a nice play by Max Westfield to handle that ball and push it forward. Baraboo defense stops it. Ellert gets it back to Kellen Dirks, pushes it forward to Mason Dirks, pushes it to Dolbo. Janiker, the wise play to send it out wide to Colin Vandermouse. He plays it across to Compton. Slide tackle by the Baraboo player is not effective. Dolbo turns. And there's a shot by Carter Ullman. Saved by the goalkeeper, but that'll be a corner kick. It was a nice save by the keeper. It was a really hard, sharp shot by Carter Ullman.
This corner kick will be coming in from the baseball corner. Oregon goal kick from the baseball corner. Got a couple baseball fields back there.
We're under 5 minutes left in the first half. And this corner kick comes in. Keeper gets a hand on it and kicks it back out. And Ullman tries to send it back, but it goes high over the goal. So it'll be a Baraboo goal kick. Compton pushes it through the box. Can't get all the way through. Kellen Dirks to Mason Dirks. Back out to Kellen. He's going to cross it. Keeper punches it all the way out of bounds for an Oregon throw.
Entering for the Thunderbirds, number 1, Cole Caney.
Eller sends that shot high and deep into the dark. Give the ball boys something to chase. Dirks headers the ball, but it goes out of bounds. Entering the 38th minute now, so just under 3 minutes left. Bennett with nice hard defense, and the ref seemed to think it was too much. Baraboo with the free kick. And they put it right out of bounds. That'll be an Oregon throw-in. Is that the wind took that out, maybe? Baraboo trying to mount an attack here. Mason Dirks strips the ball. Pushes it wide to Carter Ullman. Carter pushes it across to Noah Malcook. And the Baraboo defender pushes it into the front court. But Scheneker's there to stop the attack. And the ball is bounced around. Goes over to Bennett and now to Kellen Dirks, and he gets it through to his brother, Mason, but Mason wanted to drop that pass for Malcook or Ullman behind him, but they didn't see it coming. Free kick for Baraboo.
Baraboo free kick.
Bennett stops that. And another Baraboo free kick as we get into the last minute of the half.
Free kick for the Thunderbirds.
Free kick comes in. Scheneker sends it away. Oregon with an opportunity. One last chance in the final 30 seconds. Ball is pushed forward.
10, 9, 8, 7,
There's an
6,
It's an offsides call there, but
4, 3,
from my angle, he looked like he was onside still.
half.
So that's the first half, and on the One
Okay,
Community
they're
Bank
waiting
scoreboard.
to serve you over at the concession stand. Couple feature items tonight. The hot chocolate. And the hot pretzel with the warm cheese dip.
So on the One Community Bank scoreboard, we've got Oregon 4, Baraboo 1. That's halftime, and I think Oregon is looking really good so far with 11 shots on goal to 1. Very good job of possessing the ball, and I think that bodes well for the second half and another Oregon Conference championship. I'm Tim Higgins, and I'll be back for the second half after this break.
miles per hour.
Welcome back for the second half of Oregon versus Baraboo in this conference championship game. I'm Tim Higgins on OCA Media Sports, and we'll start the second half in a couple of minutes here. The players haven't come back out on the field yet, but I do want to remind you that this game is brought to you with support from our generous sponsors: Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Cares Coalition. Parenting teens is hard. We're here to help. Oregon Cares. OCA Media is excited to have One Community Bank as our scoreboard sponsor for Panthers soccer. Getting a little bit of an extended halftime here. The clock has been back at 40 for a couple of minutes as it counts down the halftime. And the players are slowly starting to file onto the field. Oregon in their traditional black and dark orange jerseys. They'll be heading from right to left, and Baraboo in white from left to right. So Oregon scoring leaders coming into tonight: Mason Dirks with 9, Noah Malcook with 8, Miles Tomlinson had 6, Carter Ullman had 6. Or no, I'm sorry, Anthony Ellert had 6, Nej Dolbo had 6, Carter Ullman had 4, and Casey Schenecker had 4. And I do want to correct, I think we gave credit for that 4th goal to Nej Dolbo, and I think it was actually Miles Tomlinson, who's been on a run of scoring in pretty much every game for the last 4 or 5 games. And he's the 3rd leading scorer in the team now. And that's, he's done that coming off the bench.
Once again, all the second half action will be broadcast live at OCAmedia.com. Tune in and catch. Please let your friends, family, and warm acquaintances know. OCAmedia.com for second half action.
But to continue on the theme of goal scorers, Oregon has had 16 different players score a goal for them this year. And I wonder how that compares to the other teams they'll face in the tournament. I bet that's a high number. Baraboo looks to be playing a little more aggressively than we saw in the first half on the offensive end. And that's going to be a throw into Oregon. Chance for Oregon to turn the ball back around and send it upfield. Luke Bennett pushes it forward. Mason Dirks trying to track it down. Ullman deflects it out of bounds. Baraboo throw in. Vandermouse decides to reverse the ball, head up the other side of the field. Bennett sends it through the middle. Up to Malcook. He pushes it out. Ellert punches it forward. Dirks is trying to get to it and get a foot on it, or a head. Defense is able to turn him away, but Oregon still has possession. Oh, that was a sweet pass from Mason Dirks to Carter Ullman. And Ullman just had to put the side of his foot on the ball and direct it into the goal. Brilliantly played by Mason Dirks. Dirks pops the ball up, and Ullman is in the perfect position to feed it into the right side of the goal. That's Carter Ullman's 5th goal on the season by my count.
At the 41-36 mark, Oregon goal by number 8, Carter Ullman.
So Ullman put that score on the One Community Bank scoreboard. And it's 5-1 Oregon. Ullman not giving up on that ball. Defender took it from him and he went and took it back. But Baraboo was able to possess the ball. And Oregon's able to turn them back. That ball is just fed down to an easy play by Kreckman. Vandermouse gets it back to Schenecker, who pushes it over to Luke Bennett. Luke reverses the ball over to Colin Vandermoose again. Vandermouse. Ullman with a nice play there to force the out of bounds and the Oregon throw in. Vandermouse with the throw in, looks at Ullman and sends it to Carter Ullman. That was an aggressive play, and we've got a, no, we don't have a yellow card. I thought we might get a yellow card. Looks like just a warning. But we're going to get a free kick for Oregon there, as the player did a pretty aggressive slide tackle to take Ullman out.
Panther free kick.
Dirks with a nice kick to put it in the box, but the Baraboo defense is there. Baraboo attacking. Vandermouse does a nice job of slowing it down. Luke Bennett fighting hard to prevent the shot. And the Oregon defense prevails. Baraboo with one of their best chances of the night. That passes through to Ullman. He's going to take a shot, try to get the far corner. The keeper makes a nice save. I'm going to count that as a shot on goal for Carter Ullman. And that's going to wind up as a corner kick.
Goal kick.
Goal kick? I thought the goalie got his hand on that. I guess not. Ball's out to Malcook. That'll be an Oregon throw in. Keeper with a good aggressive play there for Baraboo. It's Luke Stats in goal for Baraboo. Kreckman with a nice kick there. Westfield gets the ball over to Compton, to Malcook, back to Compton. Compton feeds it in. Kellen Dirks not quite able to handle it. It's a good example of the Oregon team defense. One player attacks the ball, another one is in position to take the ball forward. Oregon throw in. Baraboo just pushes it deep. Kreckman picks it up, and he's going to take his time with it. In the 47th minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard. Oregon with a 5-1 lead. That ball's up to Malcook. He pushes it forward to Compton. A little wider than he meant to, and it winds up going out of bounds for a Baraboo throw-in. Malcook's got it. Readying the attack. Malcook with a nice shot. Saved by the keeper. 14th shot on goal. He pushes it out of bounds, and we'll get an Oregon corner kick. From which corner is that, Kevin?
Panther corner kick coming in from the construction corner.
Corner kick goes a little far. Kellen Dirks got a head on it, but the goalkeeper was able to snatch it out of the air. And he sends it all the way down the field with one player chasing it. Called a foul there, huh?
Thunderbird free kick.
I don't know. He extended his arm a little bit, but there wasn't a lot of contact there. I'm not sure what that call was about. That ball's on the ground, being bounced around, and a nice clear by Vandermouse. He slips, trying to play it forward. It's getting a little chippy out there. One of the things you can count on from this Oregon team is they're going to compete, they're going to play hard, and they're not going to let you push them around. Baraboo throw-in. Oh, that was a nice pass. Winds up on Malcook's foot. Didn't go exactly as planned, but nice outcome. Here comes Noah. He's going to try and work through the defense. He gets stopped, but Oregon still manages to possess the ball. Compton has it. Compton to Kellen Dirks to Mason Dirks. Mason gets it across. Keeper puts a foot on it. And that shot goes wide. I think that was Daniel Compton with the shot that went wide of the goal.
Thunderbird goal kick.
And the goal kick by Baraboo. Max Westfield back to Colin Vandermouse. Schoeneker back up to Vandermouse. He pushes it forward to Ullman. Ullman plays it to Ellert. That pass is disrupted, but winds up on the foot of Compton. And now to Ellert. Luke Bennett's going to play it in to Compton. Back to Westfield. And there was a little miscommunication there, and the ball goes down to the end line. Baraboo pushes the ball forward, but unable to really get anything.
Eck Cameron coming in for the Panthers. Number 20.
Baraboo's been unable to mount much of an offense other than the first couple of minutes of the second half when they looked like they were playing much more aggressively. And now they continue to just play the ball forward without any sort of plan. Here we go, Malcook. Oh, what a great pass from Malcook there. And Ullman with a nice move to get that ball. And a great cross there, but the defender was able to stop it. Baraboo pushes it out. Ullman stops. And that ball went out of bounds for a throw in from Oregon. Ullman with a great kick into the box, but keeper was there. Carter Ullman with another terrific game tonight. Kreckman comes out and plays that. There was some good communication there between him and Schoenecker. And Oregon is back on the attack with a nice move by Malcook. And he pushes the ball through, trying to get it to Eck. Didn't quite make it through all the defenders. Ehlert is one of the toughest players on the field tonight. Oregon throw in. Ullman will throw this in. Going to get the ball to Mason Dierks. The defender knocks it out of bounds off the back line, and that'll be an Oregon corner kick.
Yes, it's our final corner announcement of the night. Dane County's premier, the one and only Fire Hydrant Corner.
Getting some substitutions here for Baraboo. So we're letting the clock run. No complaint from Oregon here with a 5-1 lead in the 54th minute.
Entering for the Thunderbirds, number 15, Elliot Meyer.
Here comes the kick. And Baraboo's able to push the attack back. Vandermouse does a good job putting the ball back in. Get a Baraboo throw in. Casey Schoenecker plays the ball back to Kreckman. Kreckman taking his time. Puts a good kick on the ball. Gets it out near midfield. Mason Dierks with a nice job getting that ball over to Noah Malcook. It's tied up in some congestion, and Baraboo comes away with it. Schoenecker chasing that down. Not able to get it back downfield, and it goes out of bounds for a Baraboo throw in. And here comes some subs for Oregon.
Coming in for the Panthers, it's number 9, Miles Tomlinson. Number 13, Pierce Nelson. And number 21, Nej Dolbo.
So I think that's Pierce Nelson's first game action tonight. I don't think I've seen him in there before. Dierks and Ullman sitting down. Actually, it looks like both Dierks. Ehlert pops the ball up in the air. Compton gets a foot on it. He's able to control it. He'll send it forward. Gets it to Malcook. Malcook with a nice move. And he pushes it through to Carter Ullman. Carter just misses it. Oh, no, that's Miles Tomlinson. But he was offsides. Yeah, looking at the replay, I think he was definitely offsides there. Janiker gets the ball forward. Eck pushes it forward to that was Compton. It'll be a free kick for Oregon.
Oregon free kick.
It's a nice job drawing that foul by Max Westfield as he felt the defender on his back and let him just run over him to draw the foul. And here's a free kick. Well, this one won't be Mason Dierks putting it in the top corner. Malcook puts it a little bit high. It lands on the top. That sound you heard was our field mic falling over. Picked back up by one of the parents. Thank you, Eric. It's a windy night. Goal kick for Baraboo. Comes out Tomlinson.
For Baraboo, number 20, Braden
Dolbo does a
Ferreira.
nice job of
Hunter.
playing that ball off the Baraboo defender for the Oregon throw-in. Oregon had a sub ready, but they didn't see it. They are dead, but the center ref wasn't looking. Baraboo had a pretty nice attack set up there, but they wound up pushing the ball out of bounds for the Oregon throw-in.
Entering for your Panthers, sophomore, number 17, Liam Holtzen.
It's the first we've seen of Liam tonight. Oh, that's a nice pass. Couldn't quite get through to Miles. Got another whistle. Oregon throw in. Did we get a sub there?
Senior Colin Vandermouse, number 5, re-entering for the Panthers.
So we're in the 61st minute on the One Community Bank scoreboard, with Oregon leading 5-1. And we're starting to see some of the non-starters in the game. That's Pierce Nelson with it now. He got it back from Cameron Eck. Gets it to Nej Dolbo. So 3 guys who don't normally start getting some game action now with the 5-1 lead. Baraboo with an attack, but again, they don't have a lot of numbers going forward. Now they finally got their offense in place, and the Oregon defense is able to force a shot from well outside the box that sails over the goal and long.
Panther goal kick.
Here's Pierce Nelson. He works it over to Eck, pushes it back to Schenecker. Nelson up to Tomlinson. Tomlinson didn't mean to do that, but Oregon got lucky. Oregon throw in. No. I think that was a missed call by the AR. Vandermouse gets it to Mal Cook, who gets it up to Miles Tomlinson. Tomlinson tries to push it forward. The defender stops it. I don't understand how that was a Baraboo throw in, but Ehlert gets dispossessed. Baraboo with an opportunity. But don't worry. The Oregon defense once again turns away the Baraboo attack.
Entering for Baraboo, number 5, Justin Penn, and number 6, Max Justice. Coming in for Oregon, number 4, Juan Carcano.
Juan Carcano's first game action tonight. The ball is sent out of bounds for an Oregon throw-in. Like I saw Noah Malcook sit down when Carcano came in. Eck to Delbo. Tomlinson with a nice move to turn that ball. Get it back up to Delbo. Delbo gets it across. Carcano gets a foot on it, but he was a little off balance and couldn't quite get it there.
Max Westfield coming in for the Panthers.
Carcano pushes it through to Dalbo. And the Baraboo defense puts it out across the back line for a corner kick.
Corner kick coming in from you know where. It's the fire hydrant corner.
I see Eddie Brugnano prowling the sidelines with his camera, taking some great action shots that you can find by searching for Eddie on Facebook, Eddie Brugnano, Brognano. And he's got some great pictures on there all the time. He's got them nicely sorted by sport. This ball's in the box bouncing around, but Baraboo's able to clear it. There's a big foot that Ehlert put on the ball there. Another long punt by the Baraboo keeper. Goes all the way to the far end line for a Panther goal kick. It's great to have the wind at your back on a punt, but if you're not using it to set up your...
For the Thunderbirds, number 8, Johan Lopez. And coming in for the Panthers, number 22, Nick Schaefer. And number 16, Daniel Compton.
So if all you're going to do is punt the ball down for a Oregon goal kick, then I don't know how you've helped the team. Here's a nice pass. Carcano with the shot. The keeper makes a terrific save. Baraboo turns it around. They're not able to get it across the midfield line yet. It's going to be a goal kick. Oregon lost the ball at the back. Westfield with a good header on the ball. Dolbo tries to control it despite pretty aggressive play by the Baraboo defender. Westfield pushes it through to Carcano. Ullman crosses just a step shy of Carcano. Westfield takes that ball away and gets knocked down without a call. And that ball's going to go out of bounds. Nick Schaefer's there on the back line now. Oregon throw. So the Oregon back line now is Vandermouse, Nick Schaefer, and Pierce Nelson. Carter Ullman tracks that ball down. Back to Ellert. He takes the long shot, but it goes wide.
Entering for the Thunderbirds, number 9, Kalen Ruff. And number 17, Isaiah Romano Thompson. Coming in for the Panthers, number 20, Eck Cameron.
We're late in the 70th minute here on the One Community Bank scoreboard, and Oregon is leading 5-1. And we're starting to see some players who don't get as much playing time as the starters come in. And it looks like Oregon is reconfiguring their formation a little bit. I see Carter Ullman dropping back into what might be a more defensive position. Get some of his great speed back there. If they get another breakaway, he can track it down. This is an interesting defense in that Schoenecker and Bennett are both out right now. And that's not something I recall seeing much of this year other than in games that were more like 7 or 8 goal blowouts versus this 4-goal difference. Free kick going to Baraboo here. Carcano's got it. He's going to play it out wide to Ullman. Ullman back up to Westfield. Nick Schaefer. He just gets it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Baraboo in the 72nd minute. Baraboo throw in there. Dalbo, he pushes it forward. Compton wasn't able to get to it. Dalbo takes it out of bounds with the slide tackle. Baraboo throw in. Another Baraboo throw in. There's a shot. It goes wide.
Coming in for the Panthers, number 2, senior Luke Bennett. And number 9, senior Miles Tomlinson.
Well, it's interesting to see Bennett come back in late in the game that is probably already decided, but Mitchell not taking any chances. And putting one of his 2 best defenders back in the game late. Dalbo tried to play that through 2 defenders, and best he was able to get for it was an Oregon throw-in. I think the Baraboo players are looking a little winded. Oregon has definitely used more players tonight than Baraboo. Carcano pushes it back. Compton fighting for it. And it's going to be a goal kick for Baraboo.
Now entering for the Thunderbirds, senior number 12, Renato Sanchez.
Just under 5 minutes left. I'd like to take one more opportunity to say thanks to our sponsors, Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Boosters, and the Oregon Area Community Coalition, Oregon Cares. Panthers playing the ball back in their own end, and Kreckman sends it up to midfield. It's a nice play by Liam Holtzen. Dalbo gets it through, not quite. Luke Bennett with a nice stop there. And Oregon able to turn it around. Thought that ball was going out of bounds, but Oregon doing what they're so good at, which is not just repelling the attack, but turning the ball back up the field. I think we had an offsides call there.
Offsides. Will be a free kick for the Panthers.
Oregon on the attack again. Carcano gets it back to Dalbo. Dalbo takes the shot, but it goes wide. And it'll be a goal kick for Baraboo. Time is winding down here. We're in the 77th minute. It's 5-1 on the One Community Bank scoreboard. Nice play there by Nelson. get it up to Westfield. But Baraboo was able to take it away. Dalbo almost able to. We got a Baraboo player down. The referee stopped play for an injured player, but he didn't stop the clock, so. Clock's still going.
Justin Penn coming in for Baraboo.
So they'll give that ball back to Baraboo. And they try to mount an attack. Nice play by Carcano to take the ball. He leads the Oregon attack, gets it to Dalbo. Dalbo takes the shot, and it goes high. He's been aggressive with his shot the last few games. Looking to get into that scoring column. He's got 6 coming into the night of the season. Tomlinson gets ahead on the ball. Bennett settles it. The ball's forward to Dalbo. He's got an opportunity. He makes a nice move, and he puts it in the corner. What a terrific shot by Dalbo. I've got that as the 16th shot on goal. And that was a feel-good goal made by Nedge Dalbo. And let's add that to the One Community Bank Feel-Good Banking scoreboard.
Applause for the ball kids tonight. The weather hasn't been kind to them, and they've been doing an outstanding job keeping the play going.
And we're in the final
In
minute.
the 79th minute, Oregon goal by number 21. Nedge Dalbo.
Oregon with another chance. Dalbo gets the ball to Carcano, back to Dalbo, and he just puts it wide left. We're in the last half minute now of the game.
Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, game.
And that's the game. So thank you for joining us for tonight's live stream on OCA Media Sports. We'd like to thank our sponsors who made this program possible. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club.
Tonight's varsity soccer match, Baraboo 1 and Oregon 6.
Our sponsors are Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health,
Panthers
the Oregon
and the
Athletic
Thunderbirds
Booster Club,
appreciate your attendance and positive support this evening. We
We'll wait till
appreciate your
Kevin's done here.
cooperation in getting some of the concessions into the trash on your way out. This is your captain speaking. Please drive home safely. Thank you and good night.
So once again, thank you for joining us for tonight's live stream on OCA Media Sports. We'd like to thank our sponsors who made this program possible. Bill's Food Center, Stoughton Health, the Oregon Athletic Booster Club. Join our team today and help support our student athletes. And by the Oregon Area Community Coalition. Parenting teens is hard, and we're here to help. Oregon cares. The final score on the one community scoreboard is Oregon 6, and Baraboo 1. So Oregon once again is the conference champion. Our next broadcast of Panther soccer will be at 3 o'clock this coming Saturday, the 15th, and that will be against that'll be the final regular season game for Oregon. And then the playoffs start next Tuesday, the 18th, against Wilmot Union, Tuesday the 18th. Saturday's game is New Berlin Eisenhower. And then the first game of the playoffs will be against Wilmot Union on Tuesday, the 18th. So we'll see you back here Saturday and again on Tuesday next week. Again, I'm Tim Higgins for OCA Media. Thanks for joining us tonight. Good night, everybody.